quality contest. As we say, no dancing for Dimitri with a knee issue right now. See if that affects him and the way he stands at the hockey, throws the dart. But a terrific way to round off the opening night of the World Grand Prix here in Coventry. Let's head to our commentary team for this last game of the night. Rod Harrington and John Parr.
Well, thank you, Nigel. Yes, and Dimitri just getting his equipment in order and getting ready to throw his warm-up darts. Age 26 from Antwerp, 22-gram darts. Now ranked PDC 11th after that brilliant match play victory a couple of months ago. And he has every reason to smile and be happy. A lot of faith in his game. Michael Smith, so much talent. And he's just looking to break through at any moment in time, isn't he, Rod? He's just hasn't quite done what he wants.
Well, we've been waiting for it for a long time, John, haven't we? I mean, you know, on this stage right now, two of the rawest talents in the game. Still young, although Michael's been around for a few years. You know, he's still a young man, and by now I feel he should have won a major. He's just missing doubles at crucial times. He's got the scoring power to match anyone in the game. And come on, you know, Dimitri, he steps up, and he's the one that won the major with the World Match Play. But this knee, you know, it worries me a little bit because he's on the right knee, and he's got to have another operation on it. Now, if he doesn't rehabilitate properly, it could alter his stance. And if it alters his stance, then it will change his throw a little bit, and that could be a problem. So, you know, in this young man's career, it's quite a crucial time.
Yeah, well, I think with that situation of the brace, you tend to lean less forward as well. You want to be more upright in your stance to take the pressure off the knee. I know from when my knee bothers me at times. Well,
I had three knee operations, John. It's exactly where it went wrong for me. And it just scares me that if he doesn't rehabilitate properly, then it could come back to bite him later on. But at the moment, you know, things seem to be okay.
100.
Yeah, in my experience also, the knee damage isn't actually from throwing. It's more the getting out of your stance position at the hockey, going to the board, pivoting around after you retrieve the darts. It's all that stuff in between the actual throwing of the darts where you twist and pressurize your knee.
Yes, and you've only got to catch your toe on the hockey, and that will soon give you a jab. But at the moment, no signs that there's a problem for young Dimitri.
You require 131.
Well, as I was saying, so much positive for him to be happy about, and he's not one to dwell on a negative.
95.
No, and he doesn't make excuses either. He just gets on with it. Good attitude, the young man. Michael Smith, I mean, you know, he's got a great attitude. It's just now and again on them doubles at crucial times.
36.
He's been so close to putting a major on his CV. But first blood goes to Dimitri van den Bergh. A nice opening leg, 115 average in that leg.
32.
And Michael just barely in. And with Michael, you always sort of had the feeling if he ever does break through to win that major, then it'd just be explosive in success after that.
I totally agree with you, and we have been saying it for a few years. You know, the man possesses such great scoring power, and with that scoring power, he should have turned more, you know, tournament wins his way. But if he does, he'll get that extra little bit of confidence and then push on.
Well, it was a World Grand Prix that was the big turnaround for Michael van Gerwen, who we just saw play brilliantly to get through his first game.
Yeah, what I've got to say about Michael, I was watching his throw very closely. Definitely throwing the dart harder. That was the main thing I see. It was more. He was a lot more powerful, and getting the dart up, really noticeable for me.
Yeah, I always like the look of a good strong throw, much like Simon Whitlock, his style. It's sort of when they're going well with a strong throw, it's how do you miss? It's more than how do you hit.
Well, it's the same, you know, with Michael Smith here. I think if he could get a little bit more strength in his throw and get some darts up,
102.
the loose darts up, then that extra bit of scoring power is going to give him extra darts at a double. But Dimitri now on 106. He's going to get a dart at a double. Double 16 it is.
74. Michael, you
Well,
require
top of the shot for Smith. It would be an
170.
incredible check out. We've not seen it yet this evening. There's one. There's two.
145.
Yeah, he loves that one too. I mean, a lot of them do.
Dimitri
And
requires 32.
not to happen that time for Michael Smith. Dimitri sizes this up and very analytical in his style. And that did not kiss well. It kicked over, so he has to go over to the left and try and hit the top side of that double. What a great dart.
That was. I expected him, John, to move to the right, to open the double up and use them two darts as a bit of a wall to bounce in on. But incredible third dart to win that second leg.
But yeah, he did move to the right the first dart, and I think just kicked the flight to the right a bit, and he said, okay, I got a whole half a dart double to work with if I move to the left
36.
again. It's an analytical mind he has. I think he likes to get the best percentage value for his throw.
160.
Well, we've seen Michael van Dijk go and do three of those, I believe, earlier on. And Michael Smith now. And he needed it because he is up against the ropes in this
99.
first set.
Well, I think
60.
it's a really good matchup here for Michael Smith in terms of if he's ever going to get this big major, I think you need to start with a tough match like this sort. Good for both of them, really, to get their attention.
Well, this is certainly a tough match.
138.
Of course, since that win in the World Match Play, Dimitri will be so much more confident in his game. His self-belief will
100.
be right up there.
A nice leave of 116. Nothing that Michael Smith can do except pressure, which he certainly did.
116.
Yeah, 20s or 19s. 4 19s leaves him double top. 4 20s would leave him double 18. He wants the treble 20. He's got it. This is for the set as well.
80. Michael, you
Let
require
off for
47.
Michael Smith.
You know, he might have been just a little quicker than normal on that sequence of 3 darts.
Michael Smith. Full flag, Michael to throw first.
Michael Smith doesn't care a jot. He's still in the set. Quite happy to clean up. He certainly suffered bad luck at a
60.
lot of instances where he's stumbled a bit, and sometimes it's his own fault, but a lot of the time it's guys stepping up and playing some great darts that's undone Michael Smith.
Yeah, I agree. I just would like him at times when he's got those
36.
crucial doubles, especially on a combination when there's big switches from the top of the board to the bottom and then back up the top. Just give yourself an extra split second, because he grips the dart so quickly and throws it so quickly that sometimes it just doesn't sit in the hand right.
59.
I'm in no doubt that we will see Smith win a major, and I'd like to see it, you know, sooner rather than later, because, like I said, he'll move on and win a lot
99.
more.
Dimitri having something sorted up beside the board. It's a catch and a release of some sort.
Well, it wouldn't have been a wasp, because you wouldn't pick a wasp up. I think George would have just stamped on it. That must have been a spider or something.
Well,
Makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
well, and on the heels of that big delay and pause in the leg there. All the momentum was taken away by sorting out whatever the issue was. Michael didn't care. He steps up, hits the maximum. A really good sign for him and his fans.
28. He's on a full flag.
4 perfect darts to level the setup at 2 apiece.
The flag, Dimitri to throw first.
And now Dimitri looking to find the double with the first dart. Oh, and does. And a treble. Make that 2. What a start.
Yeah, fantastic. Michael seems in a good mood too.
51.
Now lost some ground on the scoring and getting in second dart, but at least he is in the leg, and those maximums can help him catch up maybe. Wow. Or keep pace. Keep pace. He wants to keep pace, right?
This is the start that you dream of in the final leg of a set, John, isn't it? You've been around, you know, since the year dot in this game, and you just pray, please let me get in, then please let me hit a big score to get plenty of darts in front. And now he is just playing the leg of all legs.
Well, yeah, he was perfect through 7 darts there and came back on the right trail after the miss into the
90.
ones.
Dimitri, you require 42.
This 42, he was up 2-0. It's back to 2-2, but could be an 11-dart leg to take set 1, and it is. Dimitri van den Bergh withstands a comeback effort in set 1 for Michael Smith. Brilliant darts from both players, but what composure, what a leg summoned by Dimitri van den Bergh.
Welcome back to the Grand Prix, day 1, and this is how the matches have gone this evening. Danny Novick 2-1 over Ryan Searle. Divan Boda beat Mensa Suljovic 2-1. Pedersen 2-0 over D'Souza. King over Way 2-0. Gary Anderson over Rob Cross. And Michael van Gerwen over Ratajski. And at the moment, Dimitri van den Bergh 1-0 up against Michael Smith. And there's the stats. What a first set this has been. Dimitri was 2-0 up, then Smith come back. But Dimitri, the last leg, an 11-dart with the throw, literally unbeatable. 102 average at the moment. And Smith's not far behind, John, but he's 1 set behind. That's the worrying thing. I mean, and let's talk about that last leg. I mean, that was exceptional, wasn't it, from a young man like that?
Well, yeah, and with the throw,
32.
to come up with that 12 or less leg in deciding leg, that's real composure class, we say. And well, I don't think Michael Smith will hang his head too much there, because he was down and out in the set at one point, and he made an issue of it, and there's not much you can do about that leg at all. And I was saying prior to that, he's not a lot of his undoing sometimes is not his own fault. It's guys playing like that at the right times, but he still has a chance, Michael Smith, here. He's seen himself throw some good darts, and he can turn things around yet.
Yes, absolutely agree, but this first leg is absolutely crucial. He's got to win this first leg. Needs to get that first dart up a little bit more.
99.
This is where sometimes the grit and determination and staying focused. That's why Phil Taylor was so good. Never dealt with himself, no matter what the score was.
Yeah, the avoidance of bad visits to the hockey was Phil's best attribute, really. I mean, so rarely did he make mistakes. Just steady, good quality, very good quality play, and it's hard to overcome that. And that's what Dimitri's doing right now to Michael.
Yes, and that dart on the floor from Michael was a bit of bad luck, because especially with Dimitri on a 2-dart combination at the double now. Smith threw first in this set, and Dimitri's going to get 2 darts at double top to break the throw.
89. Michael, you require 16.
Well, he's had his opportunity presented. You have to cash it in, and he
He's on the
does
first
so.
leg, Michael Smith.
Good job by Michael Smith.
Second leg,
It's
Dimitri
only a hold
to
and throw, but it
Flechettes.
it's his
Game.
lifeline.
Absolutely, you need a little bit of luck. There isn't many games you do win without that little bit.
32.
Yeah, this is where he's already had a 160, Michael. This is where he could do with another one.
32.
Dimitri let off a little bit there. That looks a little loose, but no fear. No fear at all.
140.
Well answered by Smith.
Dimitri's in there again.
140.
You see Jose de Souza hit 180s back-to-back 3 times in his match.
100. Dimitri require 140.
The 6 starts here for Bergh to level it up in the second set.
Yeah, I'd take that every time. Great setup play with your opponent not on a finish.
Yes, and a very likeable double. You don't want to start leaving horrible doubles when your opponent's a long way off. Chase into the fours, and the fours he hits. He does level it up. Now the pressure back on Bully Boy Smith. Oh, that only just hangs in there, but that is good enough.
35.
Do you know, one thing about the match as well, which suits both players, is the speed, John. They're both at a very good pace.
Yeah, I thought the knee issue might slow Dimitri up a bit, but it doesn't seem to be any kind of factor. Thankfully.
96.
Hopefully he's not damaging anything.
No, at the moment, obviously the brace is helping him. It's just when his operation has got to happen, that's when things could go wrong, and hopefully it won't. Well, that's 2 maximums apiece. It certainly puts Bully Boy in the driving seat in this leg.
43.
Yeah, and a weak turn in reply, so some comfort here for Smith.
97.
Well, at least as much comfort as he might expect in this match now.
Michael, you require 89.
Yeah, tops weren't going to go the bullseye route with Bergh at least 6 darts away. Just sets it up. Don't want to do anything silly at this time in the game.
58. Michael, you require 40.
Yeah, well hit there. Holds his throw again. Dimitri, if he can hold his throw, will have that pressure of being able to win the match on Michael Smith. And
75.
5th leg here. But first of all, he's got to survive this leg. And
he's not been hitting that double top too well, has he, of late, Michael? He's just low on that. needs to just over pitch a little bit, aim for the top wire. And if you do miss, it's just above, and then that gives you a good guide to follow it with the second dart.
58.
Well, this could be a little bit of an opening to a big score, but it's just not happening on this visit.
No, he let Dimitri off there a little bit. And he'd certainly want to close this set out here, not go to that last leg.
123.
Yeah, because it could be the last leg in every set. Set and match.
44. Dimitri require 151.
Down to 70, so that's not so bad at all. But could, you know, it's vulnerable with a big shot here.
96.
And Smith isn't getting those big chasing scores in his leg at all.
No, one treble is not enough, John. He needs 2 trebles to really put the pressure on. I mean, Dimitri may only get 1 dart at a double here, but it means that Smith's got to take out 156. Going for the treble 18, now the 20 for double 16 to level it up. Double 16, he hits, and we are down to the decider in set 2, and this decider, this man Michael Smith, has got to win it. And again, that double top, John, he's well low, isn't he?
Yeah, just that tension will do that. Of the situation, perhaps. Get that full release. You need the aggression in it going at the tops, I feel, and I think he's reluctant to just start going down, though, because he's switched pretty well on other occasions.
Well, I said earlier on the difference in Michael van Gerwen for me was the power in his throw, and that was the extension. You know, a straight arm right the way through to the target, and sometimes Michael just, what I call, come over the top, and that's when you see that dart go low and just kick off to the left a little bit.
Yeah, and that extension and that full throw, the higher you go at the targets on the board, so the tops being the highest one, the more important that is.
Yeah, absolutely. And in this game, double in, that's where he's got to do it. And now he is certainly up against the ropes.
There's some pretty good numbers there. 40% in, 50% for Vandenberg. The finishing, though, 4-7, 57%. Michael Smith, very impressive, and that's why he's still in the match more than anything.
100.
Yes, again, but a visit with only 1 treble is just not good enough. 6 darts from here for Vandenberg. This is another thing I like about this young man, is he does stand back and just compose himself. He won't rush
57.
A second or third dart.
Well, even still, it was kind of an opening there, but
90.
just no big 180s or anything are coming in as you might expect from Smith with that power he's got. And Dimitri now for the match on a 1-3-2. See how he chooses to go with Michael not on a finish. Well, he's going the main way, and it might be a bullseye, and it is a bullseye. A 1-3-2 checkout finishes off Michael Smith. 2 sets to 0, Dimitri Vandenberg. So cool and calm, and every bit the player he was at the World Match Play when he was champion there a couple of months ago.
Wow, what a way to end the night. Dimitri Vandenberg, a 2 sets to 0 victory over Michael Bully Boy Smith. And Vandenberg, 46% at the double, 96.4 average. and a 132 ton plus finish. Quite a night tonight. Wins for Danny Noppert, Dirk van I knew I'd say that at some stage tonight. Dirk van Dijvenbode, Devon Peterson, Mervyn King, Gary Anderson, Michael van Gerwen and Dimitri van den Bergh. Oh, it's been a long night. Right, tomorrow's order of play, we have 9 matches for you and some absolutely fantastic games to look forward to. Gerwin Price and Jermaine Watamina there, of course. Now Simon Whitlock, Chris Dobie and Jamie Hughes, Jeffrey Desvan. They're subject to satisfactory COVID checks for Simon and Jeffrey, who were due to arrive here this evening in Coventry. So that's tomorrow night. Really looking